Hi, I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, Taurus, I'd just like to say I am a professional and experienced holistic spiritual counselor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as holistic and spiritual counselling and mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check the details in the description box below this video. So let's dive in there and let's see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. Messages for Taurus. Okay, that was coming out here in your reading. Okay, so you were coming in with Lovers, and you were also coming in with the Magician card here, guys. Well, that's coming in as yourself here, to be quite honest, Taurus, here in your reading. Well, you have choices, is the best way in which I can say that. So obviously you're single here. Well, it's kind of coming in that way, of course. You're coming in with a social media platform here. Well, see, what it tells me here in your reading is that you're attracting a lot of attention here, but it's wherever you go is what I'm getting here, because with the Magician card coming in, what it talks about there in your reading, it tells me here that you have done a lot of work on yourself here, and you continue to do the work is what I'm getting. It's not like you have stopped, because there is no end point here when it comes to the Magician. There's still learning involved here, guys. Wow. You're very attractive. You do a lot for yourself. This is what it's talking about here. Very attractive. Well, it's coming in as your appearance here in your reading. That's what attracts a lot of attention, but it's coming in as also your communication style when it comes to talking and interacting with others here. But this is also coming in as it's your social media platform that's also attracting a lot of attention here, guys. You're quite a confident person here. Well, what I get there is that you make some really bold moves here, where you step absolutely out of your comfort zone here. Yeah, you are damn attractive, all right. Let me just keep going here. 8, 6. I get that you know that there are certain people around you that want your time and attention here, guys. What I get here in your reading, I want to say you like to communicate here, but it's your style of communication, because that's got a lot to do with the Lovers card here. I want to keep going here, guys. And let's see what else is happening here in your reading. Because it's saying you have choices. You have choices and you are the choice here. Okay. Alright, let's have a look. Messages. Okay, so you have the Three of Pentacles, you have the Two of Pentacles, and you are coming in with the Page of Swords here in your reading. Yeah. Well, what it talks about there in your reading, it's not easy to build with you. I mean, literally, that's what those cards are saying. It's like people have to think about how to come towards you here, or think about how to build a relationship with you here in your reading. Yeah, of course, you've got people that are curious about yourself here, curious, inquisitive here, coming in with the Page of Swords. See, it comes in as, how do I make this real? Not so much yourself, this is other people here, guys, because what I get here in your reading is that you already know here. It's like you have an inkling when it comes to others is what I'm getting. And you only open yourself up so far. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that here in your reading. But this is coming in as you have people that want to get to know you. But these people actually want more than just friendship. And what I get here in your reading is you already know that they want more than just friendship here. So it's coming in as your interactions here, you only go so far. That's what it talks about. You only open up so much of yourself to others. Otherwise you're quite guarded. Yeah, you are quite guarded here. See, what it tells me here in your reading is that you don't delude yourself here. You don't get all up in your head is what I'm getting here. Or create illusions for yourself here in your reading. See, what I get with the Two of Pentacles, it's coming in as, like I said, so how do I build a relationship with Taurus here? Where do I start from? I do get with the Page of Swords, you have, this could very well be your person. You have someone studying you. Now, when you come in with the Page of Swords, I kind of see the Page of Swords as more than one person, to be quite honest. From the outside here, because what it tells me here in your reading is that the Page of Swords knows nothing about you, to be quite honest. This person is outside of your everyday life. They're outside of it here, guys, here in your reading. So the access that this person may have towards you, or it's coming in as your social media, to be quite honest. So they do have ideas here, but, well, here in your reading, they just don't know how to approach you. It's a challenge and an obstacle to come towards you, to step towards you here and ask you here certain questions, I suppose, or even get to know you on an intimate level. It's here in your reading, because you back off. You will back off here. Either you will back off or you'll tell them to back off. It's coming in that way. So they can only get what they get here. And I'm not saying, I'm not being pessimistic or anything here in your reading. But like I said, you'd no longer delude yourself here that certain things are going to be good here in your reading. I'm not saying that people need to prove themselves to you either here. But if people are going to come in as a page, what I get there in your reading is that you already know that they would already have negative patterns and habits. You just read it a mile away is what I'm getting. And yeah, they would want to get to know you, but with the Page of Swords, there is also that controlling element here. Well, you know, it's coming in as here in your reading, they will do anything to get to know you on an intimate level here. But as soon as things get serious here, Taurus, they are going to demand things when you're coming in with the Knight of Swords. And they won't think that they have a problem here or that it's unfair here that they can't demand things from you. That's what I'm getting. So what I get here in your reading is that there's a lot that the Page of Swords needs to do here. I see this as other people here in your reading because you have lovers, and lovers is a choice here. It's totally different from the Magician card here in your reading. Wow, that's what I'm picking up. See, what this could be talking about here, Taurus, is no, it's you. You have the not so much the relationship here, you have choices. People see you a certain way is what it talks about. It's your whole makeup is what it talks about here. So let me keep going and let's see what else is happening here. Okay, so you're coming in with the Fool card. You have the King of Pentacles here in your reading, and you are coming in with the High Priestess. Alright? That way, you guys. Because this person wants a shot with you is what it talks about here. This person wants to share with you this King of Pentacles here in your reading. This King of Pentacles who's watching you here, guys. Like I said, this person studies you here and wants to learn more about you here in your reading, so that when they come towards you here and they do take this leap of faith here in your reading, they have something to offer, coming in with the King of Pentacles here in your reading. But I get here with the High Priestess is that here, Taurus, is that you already know who this person is. And see, what I get here in your reading, coming in with the High Priestess and the Magician card, is that you definitely have a social media platform and you definitely practice some kind of divination here. Because that's how this person, this Page of Swords is getting to know you here in your reading. See, what it talks about here in terms of studying you here, what it talks about here with the Fool card It's all about this person gaining that strength and, that inner strength here, self-confidence here, that self-confidence to make the offer. That's what it's also talking about here in your reading. Well, when you're coming in with the High Priestess, what it can talk about there, Taurus, is that you know but you don't know. Here. This person wants something solid with you here in your reading. It's kind of how I see the Six of Pentacles, with the King of Pentacles coming in with the Sixth Pentacle here. What it tells me here in your reading is that this person has been holding on, but holding back for a very long time. See, the challenge and the obstacle here in your reading is communication. Here, effective communication is what I want to say here in your reading. Yeah, I know I spoke about this person and their negative and patterns of thinking here and feeling here in your reading, especially if you're coming in with the page here. But those negative feelings and thinking here could be, coming in with the Fool card, could be about this person and how they see themselves compared to you, coming in as the High Priestess here. Oh. So what I'm picking up here is that you're coming in with the Devil card here in your reading, and so what it talks about here, what I get here with the Devil card is that this person is actually, you're on this person's mind all the time here. What I get here in your reading is that it's becoming a problem. It's becoming a problem for this person. Their thoughts of you is what it talks about here. See, what I get here in your reading is that this person, they know bits about you. Let me come in that way. They know certain things about you here, but then something kind of happens here, and then they don't know anything. It comes in that way here in your reading. Yeah, like I did say here, let me pull one more card here. I did talk about this person being controlling here. Controlling here. There's a lot to be said here in your reading, like lovers is a choice. That's what it's talking about here. So what I pick up here in your reading, what it can talk about there is patterns and habits. So what it's telling me here is that there are times where this person, you consume this person's mind. Here, they just constantly think about you, is what I'm getting. And it does create a fear for this person. They do study you though. Let me have a look. you know, with the devil card, it can come in as a workaholic. Here, there's a lot to be said here in your reading. But what I do get here, I think the main point here is that there is fear. There is a fear factor here when it comes to you. Here. This person is focused on you. This could very well be your person here, Taurus. Yeah. But like I said, it kind of comes in as others as well. So, you know, your reading is, it went in a lot of directions, and so there's a lot to be said here. Okay, right, book an image reading with me, as I'm not just a tarot reader. And I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much. All right. And I'll catch you later. Bye.